Okay, so this is how you do the ball cap using the Boho Liquid Gold. You're going to take that Boho Liquid Gold and you're going to smooth your real hair back. It is safe to use on your real hair because it is a gel and it does not have alcohol. It does not have DMDM formaldehyde. So it will not dry the hair out and it will not damage your real hair, and it holds really good. You can also purchase these HD caps in our shop as well. So now I just cut around the ear and then I'm applying the Boho Liquid Gold on top. This is going to create a ball cap. You don't have to do a ball cap if you're not worried about protecting your edges from glue or from tape. So you don't have to do it. People wear ball caps to create a fake scalp underneath their wigs. If you have enough space to prevent you from damaging your hair, it is perfectly fine to not use a ball cap. But I like to use a ball cap because I do use tape from time to time. Once you apply that liquid gold on top, you're going to dry it completely. If you do not dry it completely, it will slide back. Once it's dry, I'm going to take my Boho lace tint instead of using makeup. Makeup contains oils and it can interfere with your install, especially glue and tape. If I wanted to use tape on top of makeup, it will not stick. So I use lace tint. Now I'm just cutting it according to my hairline and I'm just tracing it in front. These shears, you can purchase shears from us in our shop as well. Once you cut it, you're going to cut it along that hairline very, very neatly, and then you'll be able to pull that piece back, okay? And it'll hold that back down. I'm wearing 2 caps to hold my hair down. Look at how tight that Boho Liquid Gold is. All right, so here Ashley is doing the same thing with hers, and she's going to take that Boho lace tint as well, and she's going to spray it across the front, and then she's going to dry it. Same thing. It's so much better than using makeup. Makeup has oil in it and it will interfere with the glue and it will interfere with the tape. So we prefer to use the Boho lace tint, and you can shop this in our shop as well. Dry it completely. If you dry it halfway, it will roll back. If you notice, she's doing it in sections and drying it. She's not spraying it all over her hairline and then drying just one section at a time. Okay, so now here is a wig. She's going to do a Boho lace jelly install. The wig is being held by a band, so it is not going to move. Okay, so what she's applying is the Boho lace jelly, a very ample amount. It needs to be, you need to be able to see that you have it there. If you don't apply enough, it's not going to hold. To get the best hold using the jelly, we mainly use these on closures to hold closures. All right. You can use the jelly on top of any type of install, but preferably if you're going to use it to hold anything, it would be a closure. Now you're just going to lay it down and then you're going to continue to dry it all the way. If you halfway dry it, that's not going to be enough. So make sure you dry it all the way. Drying it all the way is going to make it last longer. Notice here, she's going to add a little tint and she's going to add jelly on top. It's very optional. You could do it just on top. I'll show a video for that as well. But here we're doing it underneath and we're adding the jelly on top as well to add extra hold to the 5x5 closure. Okay, and you can see that it's disappearing right here, but she's still going to use lace tint to make sure that she melts the lace and it looks like skin. Okay, just applying that jelly on top. Then she's going to smooth it out across the front, and this is going to lay it down. You'll be able to comb this out. That's what's so good about the jelly. It does not have alcohol in it. It does not have DMDM formaldehyde. It's very safe for your real hair and for your wigs. Usually when you're using products with alcohol, it will dry the lace out. Okay, so hairsprays will dry the lace out and it will dry your skin out. Okay, that's why we made the Boho lace jelly. You can use this jelly on top of frontal installs. Like if you do a glue install, you can use it on top of those as well. But here we're using it just to get a temporary 1 to 2 day hold on a closure. Okay, and she's just smoothing everything back, and she's going to dry it completely. Do not halfway dry it. Dry it all the way. Okay? Make sure it is completely dry. If you don't dry it all the way, your band is going to stick and it can turn white, or it's just going to interfere with the install. Now she's going to go in with the Boho lace tint. She uses medium brown. We have light brown, medium brown, dark brown, and caramel. We have several colors to choose from. Okay, and once you get that on, then you're going to dry it completely. Do not half dry it. Dry it all the way, guys. This is going to make your install look so much better. Now, before you band it, she dried it really good. This way her band will not stick and interfere with her install. Now you can go ahead and proceed to style the hair. She's wetting the hair, and she's going to use the Ashley Marie mousse. This mousse is going to lock in shine, lock in curl, and it just looks really, really good. You can use this on your real hair, or you can use this on your wig. It is amazing. You will love it. Then you're going to go ahead and you're going to diffuse it. This is going to keep the hair from looking frizzy. We do sell these in the cart as well. Get into that hairline, baby. It looks so good, and yours can too. If you guys ever need any help, make sure you don't hesitate to reach out, email us, and we will Zoom call to help you with any of these installs. Now, to remove the jelly, all you need is water. Don't worry about sweating. A lot of people ask that, well, what if I sweat? Is it going to come off? No, remember, the 5x5 has a band. Now, here is another 5x5. It's held by a band, so it's not going to come off. Okay, it doesn't have product on here. This is the difference in that other install. This one right here, like if somebody hug you, then yeah, it'll switch up. But we want to prevent that by doing the jelly. Now, you can do the jelly on top only. That'll give you a 1 day hold. And we want to melt the lace. That's what the jelly is for. Okay, so it's going to melt the lace and hide the grids. All right. If you're wearing a closure wig, it will give additional hold to the band that's already there. Please understand the band is holding the wig. What we're doing here is we are melting the lace and adding extra hold that already exists from using a band on the wig on a 5x5 closure. Okay, get into it. Look how it's melting already. So you can just do it on top, but just please keep in mind, according to the previous video, she did it underneath. That's giving extra hold. Right here, you're going to have hold, but it won't be as tight as the other one. So it's totally up to you. If you're in a rush, you can just throw it on top. Take that wig off at night, put it back on the next day. Super easy. Okay, look at how long this is taking. It's taking no time. So if you have no time, just throw it on top. You can take that wig off in the evening time and put it back on for the next day or whenever you like. Look at how good that looks. Get into it. Melty, melty. That's what the Boho Lace Jelly does. It is a melting agent. It is going to get in there. It's going to keep those baby hairs nice and sleek. But you can also use it just for molding, and you can comb that out. It doesn't have to stay stuck to your face. Okay, that's how good and pliable this product is. But you do want to make sure you dry it completely. Don't halfway dry it because it will not give you the results that you're wanting. So go ahead and dry it all the way. It does give a nice little hold, okay? But it's not glue. Don't treat it like a glue. Please don't let your expectations be like a glue. Our glues last 2 to 3 weeks. This is a 1 day hold for people who just want to hurry up. Okay, if you want to hurry up and you want to melt it, go ahead and get that Boho Lace Jelly. I'm also going to show you other ways that you can use the jelly as well. Get into it, that Boho Lace Jelly. And it's super easy to remove. Remember from the other video, all you need is water to take it off. That doesn't mean your sweat is going to easily take it off because you have a band in your wig. Get into it. Nice and tight and ready to go. It looks good. It's just that simple, guys. Anybody can do this. All right, get into it. All right, yeah, all you need is water. Spray it with that water bottle and it's going to come off. All right, I already explained it's not going to come off that easy with sweat because you have a band in your wig. So if you are profusely sweating, and if that's the issue, we do have other products that you can use, okay? But for those who just want a nice quick fix, that's it. All right, so now I'm going to show you how to use the Boho Liquid Gold on a frontal. The Boho Liquid Gold can be used on frontals and closures, and I'm going to show you that as well. With this right here, I want to make sure that I have a nice fit because sometimes if it don't fit in the corners, you're going to have issues, and that's with any install. Sometimes these wigs, they don't fit. Okay, but make sure the wig fits because I don't want your expectations to be anything else but great. We're going to go in with that Boho Liquid Gold. You have to apply it one section at a time. You cannot put this across your entire face like you're doing a glue install. Okay, you're going to put it directly in the middle when you're doing a frontal wig. And then you'll do the sides. So pay attention to the video and you'll see that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to execute it from the middle. Then we'll do the left or right side. Okay. Make sure you're using enough. Don't have it dripping all over your face. Okay. Use enough to right there in the front so that you can get a nice hold. Okay. It should be a clear, ample amount across your face, just like you see here. Okay, then you're going to dry it for 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, so count it out like 1,000, 2, 1,000. Okay, count it out. All right, you're not going to dry it very long because if you dry it all the way, it serves no purpose. Okay, now it's halfway dry. I'm going to lay it down on that middle. Please try not to pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down. You only need to put it down. You can actually see where it's going, guys. Okay, so you want to put that down, pull that back down. Make sure you leave it in place and you don't do too much shifting. Okay, once you lay it down, that's it. Okay, then we're going to dry that middle part and you're going to dry it completely. If you halfway dry it, that is not going to work. You have to dry it all the way and then we'll do the sides. Okay, so go ahead. I'm clipping that hair back so when I blow dry it, it's not like going everywhere. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and dry. I'm using warm air. You can actually use warm air because this is not a glue. Okay, keep in mind any glue, even if you buy it from Home Depot or Lowe's, if you put heat on glue, it will slide back off your head. But this is not glue. This is not glue. So we can use warm air. Now, if you notice here, I'm doing the sides. Doing things in some type of orderly fashion is always going to keep things neat. Keep that in mind. Okay. So once you get down an ample amount, then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to dry it anywhere from 5 to 10 seconds. Make sure you count it out. And then you're going to pull that side down. And then you do the other side. Notice I'm using the corners because I'm doing the frontal and I don't want to mess it up. So I'm using the corner of that frontal and holding it to my face. And I'm going to dry it all the way. Okay, the Boho Liquid Gold, it comes in a travel size as well. Okay, and it's refillable. Get into it. Get all the way into it, baby. You can take that liquid gold, baby, and you can also add it on top. You can do jelly on top. That's totally up to you. But for those who are concerned about sweating, go ahead and lay that liquid gold on top. It's just like an edge control, but it holds tight. It holds just like a glue, but it's not a glue. And it's going to give you a 2 to 7 day hold. Okay? It's going to give you a 2 to 7 day hold. Make sure you dry it all the way. If you put a band on wet liquid gold, it's going to stick. Okay? And it's going to turn white. That's what makes it turn white. When you're touching it, pushing it in, and it's not dry. Okay? So I'm doing the same thing on the other side. Okay? It's very repetitious. You do one area at a time. Okay? I did the middle, and I did the left, and then I did the right, or vice versa. Okay, get into it. And I'm taking that liquid gold and putting it on top. Like I said, you can always go back and do the jelly on top, but I decided to do liquid gold. Okay, that liquid gold is going to give you a nice hold. A lot of our customers, if you check with them in the chat, and if they're telling you they're getting a 7-day hold, some people go longer. It's because they're using liquid gold on top. Okay, I have a preference. I like to use jelly on top because when I'm doing my baby hair, I like to comb it out. If you do baby hair with liquid gold, you won't be able to comb it out. And that's not always a bad thing for everyone. But for some people, they do like to have a soft hairline. But if you are a sweaty person and you don't want to use glue, but you want to wear a frontal, liquid gold is going to be your way to go. If you have excess product, just go ahead, take water and wipe it. It's not going to lift because we've dried it all the way. Okay, it's not going anywhere if you do it right. Also, guys, if you ever need any of our help, we guarantee these products with a Zoom call. All you have to do is reach out to us through email and we'll help you. And the help is free. So there's no reason why anybody should be struggling, especially with the help that we offer. Okay, go ahead and reach out and we'll help you. If you notice here in the video, I am just going across and I am cleaning everything up. Okay, cleaning it up and it's not lifting. But you notice I'm doing one section at a time and I'm drying it. Always doing things in an orderly fashion is going to get you to your goal. Okay, don't make things up as you go. Okay, follow these instructions. I dried it completely. Now I can put the band on. But if I didn't dry it all the way, the band would stick and I would have a mess. And that's not what I want. I want to have good results. So we're going to follow the instructions step by step. And this is what you're going to get, baby. You're going to get a nice laid hairline. Okay, get all the way into it, baby. It looks good. Yes. Come on, Boho Liquid Gold. That Boho Liquid Gold, like I said, is going to give you a 2 to 7 day hold, but some people go longer, okay, because they're applying it on top. It's totally up to you. All right, and you'll notice in a lot of our videos, sometimes we use the Boho Lace Jelly on top. Look at how tight that hold is. Look at that. Get into it. Look at that. All you got to do is use water to get it off. Okay, make sure on the liquid gold, though, you spraying it really, really good. Spray that water really, really good and take your time. You're going to look at me. Notice here I'm using one little section at a time and lifting because the liquid gold is tighter. Okay, you do have peach fuzz across your face. Don't rip it out. Okay, even though this is not a glue, don't rip this off. Okay, we're going to do things in an orderly fashion so that we can keep our edges. These products were created for people who don't have hair, but we do know that people wear wigs for fun, or they wear wigs because they want to change it up, or people wear wigs because they're grown adults to make that decision to do whatever they want. Now, the liquid gold can also be used on closures. Get into it. It has a nice tight hold. Boho liquid gold comes in 3 sizes, an 8 ounce, a 4 ounce, and a travel size, which is refillable. Okay, get into it. You can take that thing straight through TSA and not have a problem. All right. It's totally refillable. Now, you can use liquid gold on a closure. We have some people who say, hey, I want to use liquid gold on my closure. That's totally up to you. We have so many products. You can just decide what you want to do with it. Okay. If you want to use liquid gold on your closure, go ahead. It's going to give you a longer hold. If you're concerned about the whole time, then go ahead and go with liquid gold. Okay. Now, if you notice, she's peeling that back. This was a wig that she made. She's using that liquid gold and she's going down the side of the head because the closure is only on the side. Your closure could be anywhere. It don't matter. The application is the same. Okay. So she's making sure she's using enough. Okay. Don't have it dripping on your face, but it has to be enough. All right. And she's going to dry it for about 5 to 10 seconds. Count it out. 1,000, 2, 1,000. Okay. Don't dry it all the way. If you dry it all the way, it serves no purpose. Okay. We want to dry the product into the lace. All right. So once you get that on there, then you're going to line it up and lay it down. Okay. If it was in the middle, you would do the same thing. Just lay it on there. All right. Try not to press it in with your hands, like across the hairline of it, because it's going to turn white. It's just going to be a mess. So, she's holding that corner. Dry it all the way. If you dry it halfway, you're not going to like it because it's going to turn white if you put a band on some wet gel. Okay. So we're not going to do that. All right, so she dried it completely and she's just styling it up and making sure everything is right. And if you feel that you need any lace tint, go ahead and grab that Boho lace tint. And then you're going to put it on directly on top. She's using a brush for control. A makeup brush gives you so much control. This actual lace tint is so pigmented. It looks so much better than using makeup. Okay, makeup can be cakey over time, so we didn't want to use the makeup, especially with a glue install. This isn't a glue. This is our Boho Liquid Gold. It does not have alcohol or formaldehyde in it. Okay, now you can go on top with jelly. We try to tell everybody, get the jelly. You're going to need it for any type of install that you do because it melts the lace. Okay. And you can't see anything, all right? Especially if you have some, really making sure the lace matches you, okay? And she did that prior to. If your lace matches your skin, once you put that Boho lace jelly on there, you're going to be in there like swimwear, baby. And nobody can clock anything, okay? Get into it. Dry that thing all the way, all right? Don't delay. You can do your baby hairs with it or anything like that. It's going to be great, guys. You're going to love it as long as you're following these instructions. Please take advantage of our free FaceTimes if you need help, okay? There's no reason for you to cry out for any help because we're offering it. It's free, okay? All you got to do is let us know by emailing us. Leaving it in the comments, comment on the live, comment. We can't see that. We can't keep up with all that. All you got to do is reach out to us. Our phone number is on our site, too. So we're not hard to find, okay? We're right here for you. We're going to help you. We want you to get these results, okay? That's why we show up for you as much as possible. And we try to give you guys as much education as possible so you can get these results, okay? Get into it. This is looking so good. It's so good for baby hairs. You can use this on your real hair as well. All right. As well as the lace. All right. So she's just doing a little extra thing, a little extra 1-2 with her curling iron. Some people like baby hair. Some people don't. You don't have to do baby hair. But if you wanted to do baby hair, just know you can use these products to get that job done. Okay. Everything that we have is very versatile. So we always showing you guys different ways to use the product. Okay. Get into it. Miss Ashley is doing her thing. Yes, she is. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. It's pretty long. We use these videos on our lives and things like that, but we do like to show up and answer as many questions as possible. Make sure you do not miss our lives because a lot of times we're doing discounts over there. Okay. So get into this. You notice how she's taking her time and making sure she's drying it all the way. Okay, she's drying it all the way. Yes, she is, because we already know that if we put that band on while it's wet, it's going to do what? It's going to stick. And we don't want that. All right. So we're going to dry it completely until you don't feel any wetness. I know sometimes people be like, well, how long do you let it dry? How long do you dry? Touch it. Is it wet? Okay. If it's not wet, then guess what? You're done. That means it's dry. You can put the band on. Okay. Simple as that. Anybody can do this. All right. Don't ever feel, like, hey, I tried it. I didn't get the results that y'all got. Don't worry about it. Reach out. We'll help you. Okay. Because it is possible. You see us doing it right here. All right. My name is not Jesus, last name. My name is not Jesus, last name Christ at all. I'm just like you. So you can do it too. Anything takes practice if you've never done it before. Okay? Anything takes practice if you've never done it before. But guess what? You can do it. You can get these results. Yes, you can. You just have to take your time. Getting familiar with a product is just something that you have to do. Our products don't have alcohol in it. So it's not going to dry in 2.5 seconds like a hairspray would. Check those cans. Some of these companies have made updates to their cans when people are using melting sprays and things like that. Some people have taken those steps to protect you and telling people not to use them to melt lace. Okay? So we've already taken those steps years ago. We knew that was coming, and that's why we created that Boho lace jelly to melt the lace. Look at that. Ashley looks good. She did a great job, and you can too. We can help you with that. Okay. Make sure you guys are following us on all of our socials, the hair diagram, so that you can keep up with us. All right. And we can help you get these results. All right. All right. So now we're going to get into the Boho lace tape. Okay. I'm using a wig. It is a frontal. Okay. You can use it on the frontal or you can use it on closures. All right. Boho lace tape is so amazing, guys. You're going to get a actual 1 to 2 week hold with this if you use it right. All right. And if you say, hey, I can't get the tabs off, we're going to show you how to do that. And don't forget, if you ever need extra help, we'll help you. Just reach out, email. You're going to get 40 tabs. 40 tabs is quite a bit because you can cut these tabs in half. You can cut them in halves. You can cut them in threes, or you can cut them in fours. Okay. So once you get those tabs, you're going to peel that tab off. There's a perforated line in the middle. Don't cut with it. Okay. You're going to cut it in the other direction. That way it's going to make it easy for you to peel it off. Okay. Get into it. All right. Once you peel that tab off away from that silver piece, you'll be able to go ahead and put it inside your wig. Now, you can put it on the skin, but I found for a lot of beginners, this was the easiest route to go. Okay. Make sure you guys are putting it in the inside. I always pull my tabs from the middle first, especially if I'm doing a frontal. I leave the ones on the side. That way I can take them off once it's on and I have more control. I'm going to go ahead and lay it down in the middle and then I'll do the sides. Okay. That's just how I do mine. It's super easy. This is one of the fastest installs you'll ever do, guys. So easy. All right. Look at that. Yes. Doing those sides. See how simple that made it? It made it so simple. It's just that easy. Okay. So once you get it on, guys, comb those hairs back. And then sometimes I like to blow dry with cold air. Or either I like to go in with my lace tint. All right. Because this wig right here, it was kind of close to my skin tone. I went in with a little bit of tint. Now, if you have an issue with shine, you can use a little powder once you get it on. Okay, you can use a little powder, but I would not use any oil, liquid makeup. This is just a powder. You can use a tinted powder if that shine is bothering you. Okay, and then you just want to go ahead and put that on and push it in, and it's gonna look good. Okay, just take your time, guys. You can do this. This is not hard. All right. If you're doing something you've never done before, it could take you doing it a couple times. Look at how tight that is. All right. So you can either choose to do the liquid gold or you can do the jelly. A lot of times I like the jelly because I can comb it out. You can do the jelly and it will give you a smooth melt on top instead of using hairsprays. Don't forget, a lot of companies are making updates. A lot of people are moving away from the melted sprays because hairsprays contain butane and alcohol. Okay, so it's not to be sprayed on the skin for wigs. All right, those are for hair. All right, you can take that information and do what you like. All right, so I'm going ahead with that Boho lace jelly and I am drying it. I smooth the hair out. You don't have to do baby hair if you don't want to. Once it's completely dry, you can go ahead and put that band on. Okay, once you have that band on and then you style the hair and that's it. And then you take the band off. Too easy. Now, the one thing that I love about that lace jelly, I can comb it out. I don't have to leave those hairs hard. Okay, I can comb it out. All right. It helps with molding. It looks so good and natural. All right. And I want you guys to be able to get these results. All you're going to do is take your time. Sometimes it takes practice. Doing your own hair, sometimes it's not that easy if you're not used to it. But you can do this just like we can because we take our time. Look at that hole. It looks so good and looks so natural. Okay. And y'all can get these results. It looks so good. I love using my Boho products. Get into it. Okay. Now, on the when it comes to removal, a lot of people are always asking us, about the removal and if it's hard. It's really, really easy. I don't want you guys using alcohol to remove it. I don't want y'all using alcohol to clean your skin. I want you to use our Boho lace remover. Okay. This is just not like any oil, any type of oil. Okay. It is going to release it from your skin safely. Okay. It dissolves tapes and it dissolves glues. Okay. Just picking up some coconut oil or some olive oil is just not the safest way because you have your peach fuzz around your face and we don't want you to rip those out. Okay, look at that. Super easy. And you can just peel those tapes off. Now, the longer you wear the tape, then, it could be a challenge. Now, here, she's using a Boho lace jelly and she's just going to use the jelly on top. Okay, our Boho lace jelly is so great. Look at that. That wig is holding with the band. It's not going nowhere. But we want that jelly to melt the lace instead of hairspray. Okay, so for those who if just getting like a day hold, you don't have to put it underneath. But it's totally up to you. If you watch the other video, she did it underneath and on top. But on this video, she just like, you know what? I only got 2 minutes. So I'm just going to throw this jelly on top, melt this lace, and get out the door. Okay, so there are options, and that's what we like to bring to you guys. Options. That's what life is all about. Options. Now she's going to take that Ashley Marie Silk Out Serum to style the hair. It is so amazing. It smells so great. It has anti-frizz and it has heat protected properties. Okay, so you want to use this. You can use this on your real hair or you can use it on your wigs. Okay, and it's going to keep it looking so good. Okay, get into it, Miss Ashley Marie. Look at that hair. It looks so good. Y'all got to get into these products. If y'all ever need help using any of these products, make sure you do not delay to reach out. Email us and we will help you. Get into it. That was super easy, right? Super quick. We already know the wig ain't going nowhere because it got that band in it. And she put them curls in there, honey, with that Boho and that Ashley Marie. Okay, get into it. All right, check out this hairstyle. This is super cute, isn't it? All right, so this is going to be a glue install. We're going to use micellar water. We're not going to use alcohol. We always want to use the safest things. Some people always ask, like, can I use Sea Breeze? Sea Breeze got a little tingle, a little twang to it. We want to kind of like stay away from things like that. So this was a previously used wig. So she's taking a white eyeliner so she can dot out where she's going to be putting that glue. Now she's going to go in with that Skin Protect. Okay. She's going to take that Skin Protect and she's going to dab it on. Okay. Don't use a lot. It's going to make your glue roll. Okay. Dab it on. It does not take a lot of this. All right. It can take 1 to 2 layers. Now we have two different types of glues. We have one for oily skin, which is the pink bottle. That's our active. And then we have the blue bottle, which is extreme. And that's for dry skin. All right. Now don't choose the one just because one is cheaper than the other. You need to choose the one for your skin. Make sure when you're applying this glue, you do 1 dot at a time. I see so many people just put 500 dots. You're going to end up using too much glue and it's going to Cupid shuffle off your face. Okay. Less is more. If you notice here, she's taking her time and she's doing 1 dot and she's dragging it. Okay. When you do that, that's going to help the glue to dry just the way it needs to. Whenever you see people using a blow dryer to dry the glue, we already know that's going to be wrong, okay? Because that is going to, sometimes you can end up drying it too much in one area than the other. All right, let it dry on its own. It can't dry properly on its own if it's not flat. It can't dry properly on its own if you use too much glue. All right, and she is using the perfect amount, okay? You guys have to follow these instructions. And sometimes, guess what? You can sit here and look with your eyes open, eyes bleeding, dried up trying to watch it. And that may not be enough. That's why we actually offer step-by-step help on Zoom. Okay? Reach out to us with any of our products and we will help you. All right. So she's making sure she is applying it behind those dots. After she applies her layers, she can go ahead and apply more layers, but you have to wait for it to dry. Now, this is a little tip here. Some people have problems with the corners. So we like to take that Boho lace tape and cut it in half and put it on the corners of the cap. That's why we do caps. because sometimes we got to use tape and we don't want to put the tape on our hair. Okay, so we want to put that tape in those corners by the ear tabs. That is where a lot of people live. And sometimes they're lifting there because the wigs don't fit right. Okay, or they could just lift in there because that's just the lifting area for a lot of people. So to get more security, we put down one layer of glue. Then we put down the tape. We put the tape on top of the cap. Then we put the on top of the cap and on the skin. Then you can go back with your other layers to get a hold of 2 to 3 weeks. It could take about 3 to 4 layers, thin layers, just like what you see her doing here. Okay, nothing more, nothing less. It's that simple. Now I'm able to put glue on top of the tape. Her hair is under there, and if you don't know about anything like about it being porous, people are putting glue on their caps. Like, don't do that. Use that tape. All right, so if you notice here now, she's laying it down. She's using it, putting it in the middle, and then she's going to do her sides. Okay, super easy. Once you get it down, you want to press it really good, and you're going to dry it with cold air. That's where a lot of people go wrong, guys. They forget to dry it. They just hurry up and put the band on. Your body going to heat back up a little bit with that band on there. Don't do that. The glue has to cure. It needs to cure. So you can actually help it to cure by using cold air after you get that wig on. All right, let's do that. So now that she has it on, we're going to turn that thing to the blow dryer to cold. I said that thing, that dryer. Put it on cold air and dry it all the way. Dry it until you don't feel anything sticky. Then you could put your band on. Have y'all ever been and got your hair done, or you did yourself and you put that band on and it was sticking? That's because the glue wasn't dry. Okay. Now, after you let that band settle in, then you can go ahead and use that lace jelly to actually melt it some more. Okay. Now she's going to apply that lace jelly across the front. And if you need lace tint, you can do lace tint either before the jelly or after the jelly. It doesn't matter. Just one or the other. Okay. So she's going to put that jelly down, and then she's going to go ahead and dry it all the way in. And then she can go on top with her tint if she needs it. Okay. It's totally up to you. You don't have to do baby hair with this jelly, y'all. It's like the perfect melting agent. Okay. That's what the jelly was created for. It was created to replace hairsprays. Okay. But y'all notice, if y'all following us, y'all watching our videos, we show y'all how to take these products and do all different kind of things with them. Y'all just got to be paying attention so y'all can catch all the tea. Okay. So she's taking that jelly and she's applying it all over the entire hairline, and she's kind of swooping it out and molding. It looks so good. It's giving supernatural. Okay. It's giving supernatural. Once you get that on there, you're going to dry it again. I promise this don't take long. Y'all have to watch when the girls are on here doing it live. You guys need to watch that, and you'll see in real time. It's still not going to take long. Even though this is a video, it's not taking long. It ain't going to take long in real life. Once you have a plan and then you follow that plan, you're going to get these results. Yes, you are. Get into it, baby. Nothing but to do it. Another tape install. All right, so you want to wipe that skin with micellar water or either your makeup wipes that are oil free. I know some people, they be like, well, don't makeup wipes or remover got oil in it. It say oil free. Yeah. All right. So now the same thing, like if you watched us earlier, we did cut the tape. Make sure you do not cut it with a perforated line. This tape is going to give you anywhere from a 1 to 2 week hold. And then all you need is 2 pieces really on a closure. This is a closure. On the video earlier, we did it on a frontal. So she's just going to put it on the sides. Then that's it. Super easy. Easy peasy. Y'all can do this. All right. So she's just going to put it on the skin. You notice on the other video, I had put it inside the actual lace. It's totally up to you. Whatever make it easy for you. All right, do that. But I'm going to tell y'all this. If y'all got makeup on your cap or makeup inside that wig, it ain't going to stick. It has oil in it. All right. We got to use that critical thinking out here, guys. All right. It's not going to stick to oil. So that's why you notice that we mainly use a lot of lace, our Boho lace tint for our caps. Okay. Once you lay that down, you done. That's it. Press that thing in, baby. And you done for the most part. All right. We just got to melt that lace. And that's it. So I want you to go, when you do the tape, our tape turns into a glue. So you're going to dry it with cold air and press it in until you don't feel anything sticky. Okay. Press it in until you don't feel anything sticky. All right. You got to follow these little tips. They really help. All right. Once we get it in, I don't feel anything sticky. Look at how tight it is. Okay. Get into it. But we want to melt that lace I just showed you. Okay, melting that lace with the Boho lace jelly is going to get you to another level. All right, go ahead, take that Boho lace jelly, put it on, and then you're going to smooth it out. You can use this Boho lace jelly to melt the lace as well as do baby hair. And if you watch any of our videos, you'll see that we use it to hold our closures. Okay, but if you need something to hold a frontal, you want to use glue, you want to use liquid gold, you want to use tape. All right. And you can melt it with the jelly. Make sure we're not getting confused on what to do, because we're always showing you like different concoctions and mixing, doing different things. And we're always showing you different tips. All right. To make sure you're getting these results. And we change those tips up and show you different ways. You know what I'm saying? Because every way don't work for everybody. Or it might not work for your lifestyle. Okay, so pay attention and find what works for you. We try to give you so many options. Okay, that's what life should be about, options. Look at how good it's looking. Looks so professional. And she did this in 2.5 seconds. And you can too. Once you're doing something that you never done before, if you notice when you do it over and over, you get better. You have no choice. Okay, you have no choice but to get better at it, because that's just how it goes. Okay, that's how it goes. All right, if you using something, you using it for the first time, my expectations, I don't know about y'all, but my expectations is 0. I just don't get it. It's like, I've never done this before, so I really don't. My expectations is low. All right, so here again, she's using the Boho lace tint. Okay, she noticed that she had a couple areas that she needed to tint. And then you're going to take that dryer and dry it. And that's it, y'all. Get into it. Look at that. Nothing but to do it. Nice hold with Boho. It looks so good. It is giving. Really good job, Ashley. Look at how tight that is. All right, don't forget, we do have these HD caps in our cart, guys. Go ahead and grab you one. They're very, very thin, and they are amazing. Some people always ask, like, do you have to do a ball cap? You don't. But we like doing them because we use lace tapes and glues, okay? That way we can ensure that we're putting it in front. And if we're using tape, it's going to hold, and I don't have to put tape on my hair, okay? So we're using the Boho Liquid Gold to do the ball cap. We're tracing the hairline of the cap, and we are making sure that we get enough on here, and then we're going to dry it all the way. This is super easy. You notice I'm going around that ear, and we're going to make sure we get it nice and flat. Now, it could touch your hair. Some people use glues. I would be so scared. I don't know where they get the bravery from, but oh my God, I would be so scared to use glue on my ball cap. Okay, I would be freaking out of my mind. I always tell people, if you getting your hair done and they putting the glue on your ball cap, jump out the chair and call the police. Okay, because you about to have some edges is about to get kidnapped. I don't want that for you. So just go ahead and get that Boho Liquid Gold. It's super safe. It can touch hair. It is a liquid gel. It does not contain alcohol or DMDM formaldehyde. Okay? Get into it. Now, once that's on there, then you're going to go ahead and dry it all the way. Okay? You can use warm air because this is not glue. All right? Always keep in mind, people always say, what, you using warm air or using cold air? Just never use warm air on glue. This not glue, so we can use warm air. That's how you remember. Don't put heat on glue. This is not glue. All right? So now we're going to go ahead and tint it with our Boho lace tint, we don't use makeup because guess what? If we use tape, the tape not going to stick because makeup got oil in it. So now we're going to dry it. I'm going to dry it all the way. All right. And then we're going to cut that cap really, really good. Cut it up, get it nice and flat. And then we'll be ready to do our install. Okay. If you notice, we're cutting it from the middle first because what we want to do is we want to pull that piece up. You'll see the technique here. So pay attention. These scissors are also in the cart as well. Okay. These scissors are in the cart. What you're going to do here, guys, is going to cut. It's going to enable you to get super, super close. And this is how you're going to get that cap really flat. Now, if you didn't dry it all the way, it's going to roll back. So make sure you dry it completely. Okay. She's cutting. She's taking her time and making sure she don't cut the wrong thing. Okay. Because these are pretty sharp, but they're really good. You're going to love these shears. Keep them cleaned off, especially if you're using them to cut your tape, your lace tapes. Clean them off. Keep them clean so that they continue to cut really well for you. Now, notice right here where she's cutting around this ear part right here. Don't cut that piece. Look at that right there. Pay attention. Look at that, because she'll be able to lay this back on over top. You'll be able to see it a little bit better on this side. She's not going to cut that piece totally. She's going to go right above that, right there where that ear is, and cut up. Don't cut that entire front band part. We need that to hold the back of the your hair down. Notice here where she's cutting at. Okay? And leaving that piece across the front, the little thicker piece on that HD cap. Now, once she gets up there to the middle, she'll be able to fold it back, and it's going to hold it back down instead of you tying it in a knot. Watch this. Super easy. Y'all can do this. If we can do this, y'all can do this. Look at that. Look at how it's just going to lay, and it's going to hold that back part down. Super easy. That's why you see people doing this. If you're not familiar with this method, you'll notice a lot of people are doing it like this now because it just makes that back hold. You see how it's holding the back and you don't got to tie it in a knot? That's what you want. You want it to be the most efficient, simple, cleanest, technique. That's what I like. Sometimes stuff that's simple don't always mean it's the best. Now she's going back with a little more lace tint because she want to get that flat and darken it some. Notice she's only putting it in the middle. Okay, now she's going to dry it using warm air. She's going to dry it in the middle. And then you can do the sides. Do one section at a time, y'all. If you spray this whole thing, it's wet. So it's going to slide. So to keep that from happening, she's doing one section at a time. She did the middle. Now she's doing the sides. Okay, do things in an orderly fashion so that you can get the proper results. That's what we're doing. We're doing things in an orderly fashion so we can get the proper end result. Get into it, honey. And she's just using as much as she needs. And the actual lace tint is buildable. Okay. Keep in mind, you don't want to use makeup, guys. It has oil in it. All right. Get into this. Super, super easy. Easy peasy. Y'all can do this. All right. We kind of got some of these videos slowed down. Some are sped up, just depending on what it is, so that you can catch on. Okay. All right. We don't want to bore you. All right. But we do want you to get the technique. All right. We do want you to get the technique. And if you want to catch us live, make sure you catch us live. Turn post notifications on all of our socials. So when we jump on live, you can ask us direct questions. You can even leave some here or whatever, and we'll answer as much as we can. All right. Sometimes we do miss questions. All right. You can email us. All right. You can email us. We'll help you. That's what we show up for. All right. Notice how she's getting it super, super flat. Now we're going to get into the install. This time we're going to show you how to put the tape in the inside. She's going to put the tape in the inside on this install. All right. She's not going to use makeup. If you need anything, you're going to use that Boho lace tint. All right. And dry it because it's wet. All right. So don't put the makeup in the inside. If you feel like you need any type of tinting, use the lace tint and dry it. Okay. Now she's getting ready to do her install. When you're doing a tape install, make sure you cleaning with micellar water or either makeup wipes and use the oil free. All right. Clean that area and then you should be prepping the skin properly. Get that makeup off there. Okay. Now with the tape, you can cut it in half, 2s, 3s, or 4s. All right, you're going to get 40 of these tabs, which is great. And then when you cut them in half, you're just going to end up with more tape. Okay, super, super easy. All right, cut these in half, y'all. Don't use that whole piece. Please don't use that whole piece. There's a perforated line in the middle. Don't cut with that line. Because if you cut with that line, you're going to be wasting your time and it's going to be hard to maneuver. So turn it in the opposite direction so you're not cutting with the line. Once you peel that tab off, then you could put it in the corners. Okay? You can put it in the corners. Now, this right here, what she was showing you was that her wig kind of angles back. So it really don't fit her on the corners. And sometimes that happens. Now, right here, she's putting the tape in the inside. Make sure that you kind of like put the tape back some and don't put it directly in the middle. You see how she skipped it right there? I want you to do the same thing. All right. It's just going to make it easier to cover and conceal and hide the tape. Notice that she don't have the tape directly on the edge. Okay. Don't do that. We're going to put jelly or either you can use liquid gold. All right. This just make it easier to hide the tape. Once you put it on, you're not going to be able to see it. Don't pull that tape all the way up to the edge or I'm going to get you. Okay? All right. That's what you want to do. Peel that tape off and you can put it on the edges. But she did, like, notice, you're going to see us doing a whole lot of different tips. She put that tape on her corners because the wig really don't come all the way forward. Now she's backing it up with more tape and pressing it in. Press that tape into that lace. Okay, that's going to make it stay. Now she's lining everything up, making sure it look right. And she's going to start in the middle first. Okay, she's going to start in the middle first. She's going to fold that back just like she did there, folding it back. And then she's going to peel the middle, lay it down, and then she'll do the sides. Doing things in an orderly fashion make your life so much easier. Okay? It's going to make it so much easier. Look at that. Now she's going to lay it down. Okay? Get into it, honey. This is super easy. Y'all can do this. All right? This is super easy. Now that she has it lined up, she's going to lay it down and press it in. Okay? Press it in. All right? Press it all the way in. Now she can fold those sides up and let them down. Now, she did double tape right there on the corner, remember, because her wig really didn't fit. Okay? And that's just going to happen sometimes. You just never know. Like, sometimes the wigs, either they get old and, you start losing hairs across the front. Or sometimes you can get a brand new wig like that. So this is what we did. We double taped the corners. All right. Make sure y'all paying attention because we do change, not necessarily change things up, but whenever people tell us they have issues, we try to incorporate different solutions. And this is a solution for those wigs where the corners just don't act right. Okay? We just doubled it up. And then once you put one side down, then you can put the other side down. Doing it in order. Okay? Make sure you press it in. It's super important that you press it in once you get it on. Okay? Press that thing in and you in there. Okay? Press it in. Pull those tabs off. You see how she's able to pull it from the middle because she cut it right? If you don't cut the tape right, it's going to be hard to peel off the white tabs. Okay, so make sure y'all paying attention. Watch the videos over 50 times if you have to. It's okay, because you're going to get it. All right, now press it in. Press it in. Super important to press it in once you get it on. Then you're going to take a cold blow dryer. Our tape turns into a glue over time. So that means you can't use heat on it. Okay? That means you can't use heat. Cold air. All right. And you're going to press it in until you don't feel anything sticky. And you're going to dry it until you don't feel anything sticky. Now, you look at that. Look at that. Now, we talked about that because we didn't put the tape all the way on the edge. We don't want to have to hide the tape. We're going to use the Boho lace jelly to hide the lace grids. Okay. And you can even, like, if you feel like you can see the tape, I want you to take a little powder. It could be tinted powder. Okay. Part it off. If that's bothering you, part it off and go ahead and press it in. You press that in with your finger and it's going to disappear. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Press that little powder in. Yes. And then we're going to go back on top of this entire install with the Boho lace jelly. Look at that. Look at that. Y'all can do this. I believe in you. Super easy. Look at that. Use a tinted powder that's close to your skin tone. Try to stay away from orange powder so your scalp don't look orange. You know what I'm saying? So choose cool tones. Sometimes I don't even use the same powder that I use on my face. I'll get a neutral cool tone powder, okay? And then I will get that and press it into the lace on top of that tape. Even for your glue installs. Okay, look at that. Get into it. All right. All right, so now we're ready to take that jelly and melt those lace grids. All right, those little pieces that were right there because we put the tape kind of back. All right, we're going to go on top with the Boho lace jelly. Get into it. All right, this is easy. Y'all, I just know y'all can do this. All right, so she's going to take that jelly. And she's going to just lay it on top and comb it through. Okay. You could do baby hair if you want to. Everybody don't like baby hair. Or sometimes you don't feel like doing baby hair. You don't have to. You can just use the jelly to melt the lace. Okay. We use the jelly to melt the lace in place of hairsprays. Hairsprays contain butane and alcohol. So we try to stay away from that. Now, if you don't care about your skin and you may care about the lace a little bit more, guess what? You're saving the lace by not using hairspray because hairspray has alcohol and it will dry the lace out. Okay. Now, if you care about your skin and the lace, get this jelly. It don't have alcohol in it. Okay. It's going to be safe for your skin and safe for your actual lace. Get into it. All right. Super, super easy. She's just putting it directly on top and she's going to comb it back. That's it. And she's going to dry it completely. And then she's going to put her band on. We don't put that band on. We have to dry before we tie. Okay. So she's just taking her time and putting that on there. And guess what? I know we used the jelly in earlier videos doing different temperatures. Now this temperature has to be cold because there is tape under there. Now she's going to go in with a little bit of lace tint. Okay. And she's going to tint it some. I mean, it looked okay to me, but if you feel like you need a little tint, go ahead and do a little tint. All right? Do a little tint. If it's needed, do it. All right? She's using cold air again, guys. All right? Cold air because that tape cannot take hot air. All right? Get into it. Now she can go ahead and put her band on and let it sit while she styles her hair. Now, we only leave the band on while we're styling. If you need to sleep in something, y'all need to check out those Ashley Marie bonnets that have the straps on them, okay, that hold the lace down, okay? But we don't put this band on unless that hairline is dry. Now you can style the hair. Super, super easy. However long it takes you to style the hair. Sometimes it takes anywhere from, 20 to 30 minutes. It's up to you. That's how long we leave the band on. If it's taking 45 minutes, then the band is on for 45 minutes, okay? But most of the times, I've seen it melt in like 10 to 15 minutes. So you don't have to leave it on long, especially if you already curled your wig. Now, that band should not be sticking when you take it off. If that band stick when you take it off, that means before you put it on, the hairline was wet. We don't want a wet hairline before we band it. Dry it before you tie it. All right. Looks super good. I think it looks natural. I think it's giving what lace? What lace on the face? Okay, it looks good. Y'all can do this. Super duper easy. All of the Boho products are super easy to use. As long as you're following the instructions, and if you're having a hard time, we're going to help you. You're just going to reach out to us. Look at that hole. Reach out to us through email, okay, so we don't lose it. We got you.